Welcome to Sports Life Talk.
Hey,
Cause this is Sports Life Talk.
hey,
You
hey.
rock it with Sports Life Talk.
Life Talk.
Hot topics with Sports Life Talk. So come and get you some Sports Life Talk. They let us in the game, now we calling the shots. Things will never be the same, so forget what you thought. Cause life without sports ain't nothing but talk. Here we go now, finally a show that makes your heart pound. Profound, wonder what's running up through your thoughts now. About to drown all podcasts that be watered down. Tell them clowns it's a new era, and it's starting now. 5 total strangers, the 5 Power Rangers, approaching Sports Life Talk from 5 different angles. Get ready for the change up. We done turned the flame up. The topics that we bring up, we about to blow this thing up. Yeah, let's get it cracking. KT the head coach and Miss Manhattan. Gemini Jones holds the throne, she be calling them out. Mr. United Surgeon B. Jones, the mouth of the South. From the cover athlete to the yeet of the week, we got what you need. We dropping what's hot in the streets, from copping new sneaks to locals popping, doing big things. When gossip and tea, let Kimberly pour you a dream. Sports Life Talk, who is them? Went from not listening and now you're tuning in. If you're feeling what you're hearing, tell a friend, tell a friend. Thank you for listening, let the show begin. Sports Life Talk, who is them? Went from not listening and now you're tuning in. If you're feeling what you're hearing, tell a friend, tell a friend. Thank you for listening, now let the show begin.
Let's go.
Let's go, let's go. Welcome back, Sports Life Talk Nation, to another episode of Sports Life Talk Wednesday Night Live. Man, it's about to be a block burner, a trailblazer. We got a hot one for you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's let that intro play out a little bit longer because I don't know. It's something about it that gets me moving. It makes me want to dance. Hey, check it out. We got some new fans in the building tonight. We got Coach Laquita Walker of the Lancaster Tigers. Hey, welcome to the show, Coach. Check this out. First and foremost, everybody tap in right now. Let's get the world watching. Let's get them. Let's bring some eyeballs on this show. We got a hot one planned for you tonight. We're going to honor our very own favorite model in the whole wide world, actor, all extraordinary.
Wait, let me cut you off for 1 second, sir.
What's
my
that?
favorite. You don't say our.
Okay, I was trying to take the pressure off you a little bit. I was trying to carry a little bit of that load. I didn't want your wife. I didn't want to see her come and knock some sense into you in the middle of the show. So I was trying to carry a little bit of that burden.
My wife knows that there is one person in the world that I would cheat on her and probably leave everybody, including my dog, is Halle Berry. But I love my wife to death, so she ain't gonna
Hall pass.
no matter, I'm taking it.
Hey, well, listen, y'all bring some eyeballs on this thing at Sports Life Talk. We going live right now on Twitter. We want to welcome our friends from Facebook, welcome our family from YouTube. We got everybody rocking with us. As y'all see, we 2 normal Rangers, but we got that purple Ranger in the building. We called up a substitution by the way of SLT South. So if you don't know who I am by now, I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the Louisiana, Mr. Yeet himself. I got my co-host, KT, Halle Berry's #1 fan.
Yeah.
Weebo Nation. All right.
Now, I do want to give a shout out to Coach Walker, but you handle me kind of rough on the show. I'm still in my feelings over that. It's all good.
Yeah, we're going to plug that show here in a minute. And then we traveled all the way down 45 to find this sensational talent. Sweetie Steinman is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Sweetie?
What's up? What's up? We're moving real slow down here in Houston, Texas.
Why is that? Why y'all moving slow?
No, because people in Houston talk slow.
Oh, nah, man. It ain't nothing but a bunch of cowboys. Y'all doing y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? I love Houston. Oil and gas is popping down there. You know what I'm saying? Plus, y'all got the turkey leg hut. Everybody love the turkey.
Slow.
Yeah, and they got Beyonce.
But they drive fast.
Beyonce.
Yeah,
Yep,
Beyonce too. So
yo, crazy story. Real quick. We went to Houston. We chilling. Driving down the street, I literally saw 2 homeless people get into it. I mean, it's one just straight up hauled off and hit another one. I don't know why that story came to my mind, but I love Houston. All right, so tonight we are going to honor Kevin's favorite. That's right, y'all. When we came up with this, we said, what are we going to do for 31? I said, it's your time, brother. You've been asking for it for 2 years. And we got a Halle Berry. Episode 131 is titled Holly. We will feature Halle Berry tonight. KD, you got to read for us, homeboy?
Did you say KD?
I mean,
He
KT. I'm used to saying KD.
Girl.
I'm used to saying, and just before we get started, Those two, I don't know what to tell y'all. They get special privileges. If I even tell Kevin I ain't feeling well on Tuesday night, he's sending me stuff. Hey, drink your juice, get you some rest, because we got to perform tomorrow. I don't get time off like that. Everybody else get time off. They able to do what they do, but I don't know. I feel like it's some personal bias. But we're going to work on some diversity and inclusion here in a minute, man.
So do you want me to tell the world that you're one of my best friends and I just want you to be on the show all the time, man? Is that what you want to hear?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Man. Halle Berry made me soft like that, man. So you better take advantage of this.
He gets a little empty nest syndrome.
Yeah. What she said, but B. Jones.
It's like a child moving out for college.
Yeah. Well, B. Jones, I really can't stand you for this show. All right. Halle Berry began her career as a model and entered several beauty contests, finishing as the first runner-up, which is, I don't understand that. She should have won it. In the Miss USA coming in sixth in Miss World in 1986, and she still looks like this. All right, Berry established herself as one of the highest paid actresses in Hollywood during the 2000s. She won the Academy Award for Best Actress for her performance of a struggling widow in the romantic drama Monsters Ball, becoming the first and to date only African-American woman to have won that award. And I'm telling you right now, thinking about Halle Berry, definitely makes me feel good.
Man, you just perved out just like a Cowboy fan would. You messed up everybody on here who was enjoying Halle Berry as a cover athlete. You ruined that for all of us, man.
But B. Jones, with that said, do you have any trivia?
Yes, I do. And I actually got to give you the assist of whoever came up with this one, because it's much better than the question I was originally going to ask. But for a Sports Life Talk t-shirt, and I'm even upgraded. All right, so it's going to be a 2-part question. If you get the first part correct, you get a Sports Life Talk t-shirt. You get the second part correct, you get a Sports Life Talk hoodie. All right, so here we go. I opened the show up and I said Halle Berry, because that's a shout out to Hurricane Chris right now. Hope he do your time, Hurricane Chris. Don't let your time do you. And he made a famous song called Halle Berry, but there have been numerous mentions of Halle Berry names and songs from hip hop ranging to R&B. It doesn't matter. So for a Sports Life Talk t-shirt, give me the name, or give me the number of how many times Halle Berry's name has been mentioned in a song. Now, for a hoodie to upgrade, give me the artist who's mentioned her name the most.
Ooh,
now that's hard. That's gonna be hard for you to find that one.
Well, Sweetie
I think I know that one.
Yeah.
Do you really?
I think I can figure that one out too. All right, so
go to the website www.sportslifetalk.com. Be the first one to get it, hey, and that's your swag. Hey, I'm throwing it out. You can even get this lime green edition I'm rocking tonight. I'm showing some love.
I do want to say this. There is 2 lyrics. One is from the DMX album, the one that he did when he passed. He said, "Be my Halle Berry. All you need is a cat suit." Jay-Z in 2013 said, "Girl, why you never ready? For as long as you look, you better look like Halle Berry." And that is no lie. Y'all be taking too long.
Hey man, you giving out all the answers though. You do 3 more, and they gonna have the trivia question correct.
See, I just think Coach has a crush on girls from the Midwest.
Oh, that's an interesting.
Halle's from Ohio.
No wonder we get so much love from Ohio. You know what? I'm gonna have to go move there. I got to find this woman. No, she's with Van Hunt. Never mind. Yeah, I want y'all to be happy. So yeah.
I don't know, Kevin. After watching her in John Wick and then watching on this new Netflix joint, you might not want to mess with Halle Berry. She might put your hands on you.
Oh, thank you. Please.
Yeah, let's not forget about the X-Men.
Yeah. Yep. Storm.
Oh, you stole my answer. All right.
Let's keep put her hands all over me, B. Jones. I ain't gonna be mad. Come on, Halle, hit me.
All right, so normally we have KD who will bring us the drink of the week, but we got Sweetie Steinman. You gonna fill in for? You got us a drink this week?
I do. I have a drink from across the street, and it is called the Carlos Danger. And the Carlos Danger is made up of muddled jalapeno and pineapple, Cointreau, tequila, and soda water. So you know those Houstonians like their Topo Chico with their vodka or their tequila and lime. So this is just a little bit fancier ranch water, right?
Ranch water.
And I do think that LaGrange stole it from my friend. It's a bartender named Hal. He had the jalapeno. And it was very similar. It was the muddled jalapeno with the tequila and the soda water. It was absolutely delicious drink. So shout out to Hal as well, and LaGrange, the bar across the street.
All right, I didn't bring any water, but hey.
Oh. And you can forego the Contreau if you're trying to save on the calories. It tastes just as good.
I mean, do people really try to? Yeah, I do it myself, so I ain't gonna go there. I try to drink gluten-free stuff whenever I drink it, but yeah, let's go.
We lost him. Yeah, but here's the thing. I do have a saying that if you're going to drink, you better get drunk. Because if not, it's just added calories for no reason.
That is true.
Oh, y'all can't hear me still?
Yeah, we got you now, man.
Okay, I was about to say, Lord, what do we got to do to get some technology to work the way we need it to work these days? All right, so let's move this. Let's keep this thing going on. So this is the part of the show what we call the playmakers. These are the individuals who are doing outstanding performances, whether it's on the field or outside of the field. We want to recognize these individuals at the first part of the show as being difference makers. So You Got Next is a show that Kevin and I have been plugging along for 2 years. We got over 100 episodes in season 1. We got over, 25 episodes in season 2. So we are having a good time. Y'all need to go check out that series. But Kevin, we want to take time to honor one of these episodes or a few of these episodes. So tell us, who are our You Got Next athletes of the week?
All right, so if you rock with us, you saw that we just dropped 2. One is Lois Cook. She's a wide receiver for the DC Divas. And we had Akila Bethel, professional hooper. She has her own league in the DMV. You know what, DMV in Ohio,
Cleveland,
they've been showing us the most
super love
in our You Got Next series. I don't know what it is. B. Jones, we need to go holler some aunties up there. I'm pretty sure it's going. With that said, make sure you go check them out as well as the rest of our play cousins in our You Got Next series on our YouTube page.
All right.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Oh, please.
That's right. We got to get these subscriptions. We rolling too. We getting them. All right. So local business. Do we got somebody we want to shout out for a local business? A great place to go hang out.
Elena, do you have anything?
I was at Brazil last night, which is a cafe here in Montrose in Houston, and they've got live music every single night. So whether it's a DJ or if it's a band, and let me tell you, DJ G-Funk last night after our Sports Life Talk South show, I went over and had a little dinner, a couple glasses of wine. She was spinning some funk and some it reminded me of some old Soul Train stuff. So definitely check her out. Go to Brazil. They've got great food. They had happy hour all night last night.
You're going to mess around and have Dallas and Houston cool.
I mean, come on.
We're going to bring the whole Dallas and Houston thing together. It's going to be a beautiful situation.
We get trilled down here in Houston. So.
They get trilled, though.
Y'all clubs be off the chain, too. We got to stay away from them, B. Jones. We just got
Kevin, when was the last time you went to a club?
Can we move right along with the show, sir?
Yes, we will. All right, for the local athlete, I want to send a super special shout out to Destiny Knight from Lancaster. So shout out to Coach Walker and her squad. They went out there and dropped some numbers, dropped some buckets on Sunset's head. And Destiny, who is a senior guard / forward, I guess she a combo guard, combo forward, point forward. She dropped 29 points on Tuesday night in the high school game. Kev, you were at that game, weren't you?
Yes, sir. I was there.
How she do, man? Was she balling? I wish I could have saw it. I just saw the press clippings. Did she put up some buckets?
Hey, she was getting buckets. Everybody was getting buckets. It was a nice game. And Coach, hey, they let Sunset score probably maybe 6 points in a row. Coach. She got it. Hey, it was over.
Oh, that's dope. So shout out to Destiny, and we show you some love from Sports Life. You know what? For the first, Destiny, hit us up. Let us know your address. We're going to send you a Sports Life Talk t-shirt for being our local playmaker of the week. And Sweetie Steinman, I know you got some people you want to recognize as well, huh?
I just want to shout out some coworkers, kids that are doing amazing things this week. So Avery Kaufman, which is a guard at Granbury Pirates, they are moving on to the area district playoffs tomorrow. So congratulations to her, and let's hope Granbury wins. That's up in your area, right?
Yes.
I ain't never heard of Granbury. Kevin, you probably know more about that.
I heard about it, but I couldn't tell you exactly where it's at.
Somewhere in the country, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so also Sammy Stevens, who is my dear friend Elizabeth Stevens' daughter. She is a midfielder for soccer at Klein High, and she got Player of the Week this week. So congratulations to Sammy Stevens.
Yo. All right, before we do the kickoff question, we got Dirty Raider, we got Van Barnes, we got Corey, the trendy vegan, we got V. We got a lot of new listeners, so we want to tell y'all, thank y'all for checking us out. Thank y'all for stopping by the show. We're about to get interactive with y'all, so please, in the comments, we want to hear y'all answers and y'all opinion, but we
Jones, before that, since y'all here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
That's right.
That's right. Come back next week. Come back next week. We got something for you. All right. So Kevin, we finally gave you your heart's desire. We got Halle Berry. We got the most beautiful cover athlete. So let's talk a little bit about her pedigree. In the kickoff question this week, and fans, please sign off in the comments. What is your favorite Halle Berry movie? It's just that simple. Kevin, you nodding your head. I already know you hype. Come on, let's go.
I can't wait to hear it.
When I first saw this beautiful woman, I actually had to sneak into the movies to see Boomerang. Me and my boy Corey, who's been on this show before, we snuck in. Luckily, one of my mom's friends was there with her daughter, so we just came and sat right next to them. And, they were trying to hype up Robin Givens, yada, yada. And then Halle Berry came. And I was like, oh my gosh, we didn't have Google then, so I couldn't just go Google and see where she was. But yeah, that's when I first fell in love with Halle Berry, and it's because of the Boomerang movie, which is one of my top 5 movies of all time.
You all right, Kevin? You gonna make it? You got about another 45 minutes.
I know, because with every movie that people are sounding off at, he's like, oh yeah, I remember her.
I definitely like Monsters Ball and Swordfish, but
I know.
You took mine. So my favorite is Swordfish. When that movie first came out, I probably watched that 5 times in a row. And Halle Berry was absolute fire in that movie. But I gotta give her a big shout out too for Die Another Day, just because she took that scene, that famous Bo Derek scene.
Oh yes,
and crushed it.
That orange.
So I know Coach will be dreaming about that one tonight.
Well, I'm enjoying her mostly on these Caesars commercials. Those Caesars commercials are just absolutely killing me. I love Halle Berry in those, but I think I'm gonna go with X-Men. And I love. But first off, Boomerang is one of my top 5 movies of all time. But Kevin already said that one, so I want to do something different. And I'm gonna go with the X-Men because I actually enjoyed the X-Men, and a lot of people hate on her version of Storm. But I loved it. I thought it was pretty cool. And I wasn't gonna say Monsters Ball, Kevin, because make me feel good.
Make me feel good. Hey, I'm telling you, hey. Boy, I like to.
And what was you mentioned the Netflix one?
What'd you say?
The Netflix one, is that Bruised?
Yeah, that's Bruised.
Yeah, that's a movie.
I don't think we've ever seen Halle Berry look like that in a movie.
I hadn't seen it. Kevin, do you remember her in The Last Boy Scout?
Transformed.
Yes, she got killed in that movie. She was a girlfriend of Damon Wayans.
Damon Wayans. Yep.
Was it Damon Wayans?
Yep,
yeah, Damon Wayans. Also, she was in the program. We could just keep going.
Oh, you know what? I'm changing mine. I forgot she was in the program. Is my favorite Halle Berry movie off top. Dang, Halle Berry been in a lot of sports movies. Y'all,
she got when she was in Jungle Fever. Remember her and Samuel were the crackheads that was in that movie. Mm-hmm. And that's when Wesley Snipes supposedly super kicked her and she lost some of her hearing. So Wesley, I can't whoop you, but I'll thump the hell out of you and run. You like 60. I'm pretty sure I can get away. But yeah,
my wife told me don't mention that on there. She told me don't throw that man's name in the dirt. But she told me before the show, she said, "Did you know Wesley took out 80% of her hearing?" Hey, yes. I got that little tidbit before the show, dog. What about Babs, Kevin?
That was funny. Babs was funny. That was her in a totally different light. I mean, we could just keep going on about her movies.
Yeah. The program's definitely on brand, though.
Yes.
For this show.
The program is it. I love the program, so I'm rolling with the program. Somebody say she played a crackhead in Jungle Fever. That's
what I said. Remember her and Samuel Jackson? They were together. They were a couple, and
Was it Wesley Snipes that she was the girlfriend? Who was the program?
Omar
Thank you.
Omar Epps.
Yeah,
Omar Epps
he was Darnell Jefferson. She was
Omar Epps.
Autumn Haley.
I haven't seen that movie in a very long time.
Oh, I forgot about Gothica too.
Yeah.
Her and Penelope Cruz were in there together. So yeah, I remember them too.
Well, look at the nation showing out. SLT Nation showed up. We don't know if you showed up, but our folks showed up. The nation dropping us some gems out in the comments. All right, Kevin. Well, let's. I know she's not on here, but we gonna pull up on the Manhattan Project. All right, so all eyes. I think they said 120 million people or something like that tuned in on Super Sunday, which was up about 15% from the previous year's Super Bowl. Let's talk about the halftime show, because I don't know about y'all. I found the halftime show to be my favorite part of the game. Sweetie Steinman, were you standing up with your cup in your hand?
Well, I will tell you that at first I was sitting down, and then Brittany was screaming and jumping up and down in front of me. So I had to move because I can't have all that racket in front of me when I'm trying to get down to Dre and Snoop Dogg. So I moved, went over to my friend Fish, and I was like, Anderson .Paak is from California. And I actually said this on last night's show too, but I think it's important because I started dancing and suddenly she starts hitting me. She's like, Anderson .Paak. Like, where is he? I don't see him. She's like, on the drums, you idiot.
Yeah, he was on the drum. Like, he was kind of just sprinkled in there. Like, nobody even, like, if you don't know Anderson .Paak, you wouldn't even realize, like, hey, that's a platinum selling artist right there playing the drums for him. That's how epic this whole thing was. Kevin, what did you enjoy the halftime show?
I did, all 13 minutes of it. Why was it so short? That was my only problem. It was 13 minutes.
It was going to be short. Black History Month is the shortest month. You knew the Black History halftime was going to be the shortest halftime. What was your favorite part, KT?
Mary J. Blige. Did you see her? Oh, my gosh.
Taking a snicker.
Ooh, you know what? No, I enjoyed that whole set. And 50 Cent, boy, they wore him out, didn't they?
Oh man, they call him $1.50 now.
That's what happens when you move to H-Town. There's all that good food. You mentioned the turkey leg hut. 50 Cent's been spending a little bit too much time at the turkey leg hut.
Yo, that whole halftime from start to finish was amazing. I like, my daughter was looking at me and my wife like, y'all are weird. Y'all are lame people. Hey, I was gonna say, Katie, damn it, Kendrick Lamar was my favorite part. Now, did y'all notice that the ground was the entire city of I think it was Compton or LA, and they had the street lights and everything? That was super crazy. But yeah, when Kendrick Lamar came out, I was like, I was a fanboy at that point in time.
You know, the only thing that halftime show was missing, and rest in peace, was Nate Dogg. If you put Nate Dogg up there, you know it's official.
Hey, what about when Dre got on there and played the piano? He played the live version. Yeah. Oh man, that whole halftime was killing it. What about you? What was your favorite part, Sweetie Steinman?
I did hear it. Sorry, I don't know if this is true, but I heard that they couldn't get the Tupac hologram to work, and that's when they called in 50 Cent.
Really?
Somebody's gonna have to fact check me on that, but I heard that today. However, Dr. Dre did produce in the club, so that's why I thought.
Yeah, he produced. I think he produced all of it. All of it was on there. I think that was all.
Yeah, he did that. And then they had the California Love, so that would have made sense to have the Tupac hologram.
Yeah,
that would have shut it down. That would have been it.
That was the greatest halftime of all time. I thought it was better than Beyonce halftime. I know
it's top three.
I thought it was better than the Michael Jackson halftime. I know some people are like, man, Mike halftime was the best ever. I'm like, I feel you. You a Mike fan. But to me, this was the best halftime they had.
Yeah, it's up there. You had Prince, you had this one, you had Beyonce, you had Bruno Mars. Bruno always shows out.
Yep. No, I'm with you. But when Jennifer Lopez got up there talking about, I know a thing or two about halftime show, like, sis, Jenny from the Block, it was a good show, but nah, you were.
Yeah, but that show was all about Shakira, not J-Lo. So.
That's right. All right, cool. Well, let's keep this thing rocking and roll. Oh, one other quick thing. Eminem with the kneel. Classic. Legendary. Eminem kneeling. I love that one. All right, here we go. So we watched the halftime show. We all were one with that one, but when the whistle blew, we all had different opinions. Some of us was Bengal fans, some of us was Rams fans, but at the end of the day, we all felt bad for Odell Beckham tearing up his knee at the beginning of the second quarter. Now, I know how hard it is for that guy to get to that level. I know he had a really crazy year, but does that excuse the fact of Odell Beckham crying the entire second half on the sideline? I mean, like every time the camera showed him, he was in tears in the middle of a game that your team is behind. I need the Sports Life Talk crew to talk to me. I need SLT Nation to talk to me too. Sweetie Steinman, what did you think about Odell crying on the sideline?
Well, personally, I don't like watching men or females cry. So for me, no. It's like, I don't like to see people cry when they win. I don't like to see people cry when they lose.
You can't cry when you win the Super Bowl.
I don't have that empathy in me. I look at somebody, I'm like, stop crying. So, and then the fact that the cameras kept showing him, I'm like, get off the man, you know? But yeah, so I just, that's not me. That's not
I'm
me.
surprised
I never
you
cried
said
during
that.
sports.
Because your two other podcast rangers, Pam and KD, they defended him to the end. My wife was defending him too. So most women are coming on his end, let him cry. We need to see more emotions in football. We need to see more vulnerability in football. People need to see that. Mental health, all of this other stuff. Kevin, you're nodding your head, but there's a lot of weight you got to come off with right now.
I'm going to say this, man. That's the pinnacle of his sport. And he finally got there everybody's talking about him being the problem in Cleveland. We know that he wasn't. This was his time to shine. If he didn't get hurt, he was going to have a monster game. He probably was the MVP.
He was at like 60 yards. It was early. He
caught the first touchdown of that Super Bowl. And to get there to that moment and have that same knee go out on you again, I'm going to cry. I'd have been crying the whole time too. Because not only am I thinking about that game and not helping my teammates, but I got to think about my future too.
Kevin, first off, sweetie, they call you Suge Steinman in the comment. We got Suge Steinman.
We're changing my name.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Suge Steinman. All right, but listen, Kevin, I 100% agree. I know how emotional it is. This is my thing. Stay in the locker room. Go in the car. Go get in the car, cry. You know what? Go home. You got a beautiful wife in the stands. Y'all go home and you cry, you ball out. I can't have you on the sideline crying, messing with the morale of the rest of my football team. We are still battling. We got warriors out here, and these men will fight for you, but we can't have you at the wide receiver meeting in the huddle crying and impacting these guys because people feel sad for you. They feel sorry for you, and you wonder why the Rams was trailing the whole second half. Well, and then the second part of this, and let me ask you this question, Kevin. You go to work tomorrow. They say, somebody, I don't know, friend, family member, something like that, they dog die. That person started bawling at the school, going around telling everybody, what that principal gonna do, sir?
Why'd you have to do the dog?
I'm just saying something. I'm not trying to put no negativity, no death. But I'm just saying if something bad happened to somebody at work, they not finna let you go from cubicle to cubicle, impact the morale. They gonna send you home. They gonna say, hey, why don't you take you some time off, go home and decompress and deal with the situation. We understand. We just can't have you up here with all that there. We'll send you some flowers, but we can't have Odell on. And I love Odell. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are joining the show for the first time, I am LSU through and through, diehard LSU fan. Now, when that whistle blew, he had every right to cry.
Yeah, I mean,
once that last play when Aaron Donald saved the game, he had the right to cry.
I agree with you, B. Jones, because it's not about you. It's about the team and it's about the W. So you got to suck up your feelings, wipe your nose, wipe your eyes, and cheer on your team.
Well, not only that, sweetie, but check this out. Van Jefferson wasn't having a great game. Van Jefferson, when Odell goes out, Van Jefferson moves into the second wide receiver slot. What about Odell coaching him? What about Odell taking the time, like focusing all that energy and say, hey, man, this is my routes. This is how we run them. Look at what the DB doing. Like, why you ain't over there? And to a certain degree, listen, I'm a big fan. I'm a smart fan. I know that they only showed us the crying when he was probably crying. I'm pretty sure he was over there high-fiving and doing some other things. Maybe they just called him every single time he was emotional.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that he was over there patting people on the back and doing all that other stuff. But man, I don't know. That bothered me. That bothered me about Odell. But
now, when you brought up that point, it made sense. But he was out there for his teammates. He just couldn't. I mean, I'm hurt. I can't get out there and do anything. Yeah, he just and
So I missed the injury, and I came back. I'm like, "Where's Odell?
It was a non-contact.
Did his wife go into labor?" And they're all like, "No, you didn't see that." I'm like, "Sorry, I was like getting a drink or something."
That knee buckled. He was by himself. He was trying to make a catch.
So I had to go back and watch the replay. It did not look good. But I seriously thought his wife went into labor because he said he's leaving the game if she goes into labor during the game.
Well, speaking of which, we had a couple go into labor in the game. Van Jefferson and his wife celebrated their baby boy hours after the Super Bowl was crowned. Van Jefferson literally got news of this at the end of the game. He had his hat on. He was celebrating. His kids was out there, and they told him like, "Hey, your wife is going into labor." It's a cute scene. You got to go check it out. Well, how crazy was that though, y'all? I mean, what would you have done, sweetie? I mean, you blasting out of there because the kids was like, we can't stay at the party no longer.
I mean, I would have stayed and played because, I would have left the party. But if it was during the game, I would have finished the game because there's no telling that you're going to actually make it to the hospital in time. Think about all that traffic. They're in LA. What are they going to helicopter him in? I mean, no, you got to finish the game.
Well, Kevin, I got a different question for you.
Go ahead.
Because the thing that I learned today was that he wasn't aware that his wife was even in contractions until after he got to the hospital. So his wife was actually having contractions all day Saturday and was already having signs of labor. Now, do you feel like they should have told him that, hey, your wife could go into labor at any point in time of this thing?
Yeah,
I mean, that's their job.
That's his decision if he wants to play in that game or be with his wife. But I'm telling you right now, my first Super Bowl, if it's not my first kid, I'm playing in that game.
You playing in the game?
I'm playing in that game. If it's my first Super Bowl, if it's my fourth one, I'm like, hey, we didn't been here before, baby. Just push them out, pretend I'm there.
Hey, you might be right, Kevin, because the Rams won't be going back.
No.
That's a roll dog right there because she knows she's having contractions and she could have told him, right? It's not up to anybody but her to tell him. And she was like, no, I'm going to hold this baby in. and
then on top of that, Elena, she went above and beyond and told his mom, his other family members, like, when y'all call and wish him good luck, don't tell him about me. Don't tell him. So they intentionally, the whole family had a conspiracy to keep that secret away from Van Jefferson. I don't know. I think I would have. I think it would have impacted his game, though. I know for a fact he probably would have got injured.
In the comments, Katie Dammit was saying that Aaron Donald should have been MVP, and then Corey came back and said Cooper Kupp had the TD that sealed the game. I'll say this: Aaron Donald had an impact on that game. Finally, he went disappearing a little bit, but Cooper Kupp, his fingerprints were all on that game. They could not stop that man.
We're gonna talk about that. Let's not because I guarantee we got the pick six coming up. We're gonna talk about a little bit of the X's and O's to the Super Bowl here in a minute. Okay. All right, favorite Super Bowl commercial. Some people just watch the Super Bowl just for the Super Bowl commercials. KT, what was your favorite Super Bowl commercial, man?
There wasn't a lot that stood out. Halle Berry, she was in the Super Bowl commercials, but I'm going to go just off top. The ones I could think about with the one with the Joneses.
Joneses, yep, that was a good one.
That's the one I'm going to go with because I really can't remember anything else besides that and Halle Berry.
Oh, my goodness, dog.
This is her episode.
All right. Sweetie Steinman, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, well, Peyton and Eli were all over those commercials. we obviously in America can't get enough of Peyton and Eli Manning because they are everywhere. I liked the electric car commercials. Okay.
Yeah. The Sopranos.
Yeah. But my favorite, the Toyota one, that one, oof. That was a tearjerker. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Oh, yeah. With the McKeever brothers.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite was when Serena Williams showed up for the Super Bowl, which I thought was very
Superior
smart.
Bowl. Superior Bowl. Yeah, I got to go with LeBron. That commercial has so much into it. LeBron talking to his younger self. I thought that was my favorite one. Seth and Paul Rudd made me laugh the most. That commercial was absolutely hilarious. Where they I don't know them dudes together, but and then the little nostalgic one was the cable guy. But I don't know. Nobody's talking about Jim Carrey doing the cable guy with the. Oh, somebody just said it. V just said Jim Carrey. Yep,
I missed that one. I gotta go back and watch that one. I didn't see that one.
And then the Madden, y'all saw the all Madden one with Lamar Jackson and all the football players came out to television. So I got to give that one as far as creativity. I was actually kind of disappointed in a lot of the commercials.
Yeah, they were bad,
crypto was trying way too hard. All y'all out there trying to sell crypto, y'all doing way too much.
NFTs, I was like, okay, fast forward now.
I'm like, y'all got me nervous about this crypto market now. I mean, they were pushing that stuff left and right. All right, so last one in the Manhattan Project, we're going to boost along. The IOC, which I'm assuming is the International Olympic Committee, formally canceled the medal ceremony because one person, a Russian ice skater, was negative before the games. She came back. She was positive before the games. She went to court. She beat it in court. They found a negative at the games. They let her compete, and the IOC says, hey, if she competes, we not even having a medal ceremony no matter what place she come in, they canceled it. So I got to ask y'all on a scale from 1 to 10, how petty is that?
That was great. I'm glad they did that.
But Kev, it's two other people that might have been their only chance to ever be at the Olympics. They'll never be able to stand up on the medal podium because of this one person. Y'all trying to impact this one person.
Hey, let's go back to our girl, Sha'Carri Richardson.
Okay.
We know what she did, and they wouldn't let her run. But it's okay for this young lady to come in here. We know they always cheat in the Olympics. We always know that. And they still let her compete.
Well, so, Kevin, that's a different topic. I like the angle you take it. I like the angle.
But on pettiness, okay, so if she going to compete and she's going to win while we know she's cheating, we just gonna cancel it.
We're gonna cancel it. Ain't no medals, ain't nothing. What about you, Sweetie Steinman? What is that on a scale of 1 to 10?
What? They tested her back in December.
Correct.
So it's not like
before the trials.
Before the trial.
Before the trial, she was found negative. But when you test negative, you're supposed to have a 90-day or it's a window that you're supposed to be suspended, right? So I don't know if that's a 6-month suspension or a year suspension. So basically, same thing that Kevin talking about Sha'Carri. Sha'Carri was automatic. Remember, because they were saying she might be able to make it back for this 4x4 and all this stuff. She was suspended. They overturned it, and then they let her participate.
Yeah. I just think the IOC is tripping this year because I have never seen so much controversy in the winter or the summer Olympics that I can remember than this year. You got the uniforms, you got the U.S. snowboarder that had Prada on the bottom of her snowboard that she ended up not competing because she had to take a red marker and mark off the Prada off the bottom of her board.
What?
Yes. And so then she gave it a couple of test runs. She actually hurt herself. She landed on her tailbone and she just couldn't get enough speed and she couldn't, to do the tricks and everything. And then I'm trying to remember, we talked about it a couple weeks ago, the team that was penalized for their uniforms being too baggy or something. So
shut your mouth. That is absolute madness.
Yeah, but you know about the other guy that in the Olympics, he was sexually assaulting people, and they still let this man compete.
Lord, Kevin, you got a lot of pent up regression towards the IOC, the Olympic Committee.
Yeah, man, not just because of Sha'Carri that went to my high school. The fact that weed is not a performance enhancing drug.
That's right. It hinders.
Yeah.
It definitely
you
hinders.
Can run while high.
Yeah. You talented. You super talented.
But we know that this skater, hers is a performance enhancer.
Yes.
And y'all still let her compete.
And it was 3 different enhancements for the heart that she was taking.
Dang. So you dug into the whole suspension. That's pretty dope.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I do my research. But I will say there was a beautiful moment. It was the men's, I think, aerial skiers after they were done with their competition, the Ukrainian skier and the Russian skier hugged one another.
Oh, and they at war right now. Oh, they on the brink of a war right now. So that's pretty cool.
That's huge.
Yeah.
A little diplomacy. A little. I like that.
I thought that was real cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, last thing, we got some absenteeism right now, so we're gonna talk about Euphoria episode 2 next week. So y'all buckle up. We're gonna get through Euphoria. I'm on like episode 6 right now, and it's woo. So go catch up to us. We might be able to do 2 episodes in 1 week or something like that next week.
It's already at 6.
I think I'm watching either 5 or 6. What's up, sweetie?
You guys are on episode 2.
Well, on the show, we only talking about episode 2 to our fans.
Okay.
To the SLT Nation.
Sorry, season 2, episode 2. I just want to make sure so I'm not giving any spoilers.
Yeah, it's season 2, episode 2. Did you see it? Because I don't know.
I'm on the last one of season 2.
What did you think about? What did you think about the first couple of episodes? Though we'll let you kind of sound off since you don't get to join us every week.
Well, I'll tell you, the first couple episodes, no shocker for me. On the first couple, it's when you get into 4 and 5 that.
It turned left on it.
Yeah.
It becomes a after school special in a minute. So y'all just buckle up and keep watching that thing.
This is your brain on drugs.
Well, when Pam don't show up, it gives me the opportunity to take her segment and do whatever I want to do with it. And today we are doing Uncut Gems, and I'm putting Sweetie Steinman on the spot right now. Everybody's seeing you. They know you from the radio. They know you from the video, but they don't really know you, right? So this segment that Pam puts together is all about relationships and dating. And by my recollection, last time we checked, you were SWF, right? Single white female in the building. So tell us a little bit about. First of all, tell us a little bit about your situation.
I don't know if I'm old, but I've never heard of SWF, so that's a first for
me.
Never
heard of single white female?
I mean the movie, right?
Yeah, that's where I got that from.
Okay, I didn't know that was a thing. I mean I know white girl wasted is a thing, but
that's a thing for sure.
I'm sorry, I'm really laughing at that. Yeah, so I am still single. There is no status change there, and I am currently not dating either.
All right, so first and foremost, you're a professional. Like you got a day job, you're doing your thing. You got the girl got her own money. When I say she got her own money, she got her own money. House laid, everything. Now, have you ever been like close to getting married? Have you ever been in a serious situation before?
I was proposed to in college, my senior year, but that was a terrible attempt at trying to salvage the relationship by the ex-boyfriend. So I don't even really count it as a real proposal. He knew that I was breaking up with him and then made some wild decision to try to salvage. But that is, well, I wouldn't say I was close to getting married at that point in time because I absolutely was not.
No, so, I want to say this, B. Jones.
Yeah, go ahead, man, because we got to unpack this whole Elena Steinman the situation.
Now, I finally got a chance to see her in person like 2 weeks ago.
Okay. And the reviews, what?
This
in the church said
this doesn't do her any justice. As soon as you see her, you're like, damn.
So Elena, what's the problem?
That she
are you too independent?
I'm not very nice, so maybe that's part of it.
You out there in the streets all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, you in the streets. You at pubs, you at events, you at concerts. You doing it. I mean, you very social. So what's the situation?
Yeah. And I'm very nice to my boyfriends, but
okay. So are you? But you're not in a relationship now. You're just saying to your boyfriends when you get one.
Like when I have a boyfriend, I'm very nice. I mean, I cook, I do nice things. I'm a gift giver because that's what I like. My love language is words of affirmation and gifts. So.
Now, see, why would you go and study love language? Me and my wife, we did that. Why'd you study love language if you're not in a committed relationship?
I mean, that was just one of those like laying by the pool with your girlfriends, and they said, "What's your love language?" And I'm like,
"Y'all start talking about love language?
Is that a thing? And then like, here, take this test. You know, it's back in the Cosmopolitan days.
Yeah. So what are you looking for? Because I know you watch the show. You always rock with us on Wednesday nights, and you hear the other females. You hear what they talk about and how Pam and. I mean, they've dwindled it down to where, you know, like you see the people who take them little sticks and make dolls and models and stuff out. They got like a little toothpick yet. They dwindled that little stick to a little toothpick as to what they looking for. So what are you looking for in the man?
That sounds like a voodoo doll, but
yeah, it did.
You know, I think that part of my problem is that I have a vast array of interests and likes. So I don't have a type and I don't discriminate. So you know, of course, there's always that initial attraction. If you're hot, you're hot. If I find you attractive, but I can also find attractiveness in someone that is an artist that might look dirty, or a coach and they're really funny, but they might not be that intelligent. Or I like the thespian or the guy that's super smart. And so I think part of my problem is that I cannot narrow it down like Pam and Katie can.
Man,
you know,
they talk all that. They
soft, Kevin. Soft, Kevin.
Excuse me, Gemini has finally found someone.
She's so happy.
Gemini locked in.
I got to FaceTime with the boo. He seems very nice.
Really? You got to FaceTime?
Yeah.
Oh, we ain't nothing, Kevin.
I see. We mean nothing. But sweetie, Stein, you left out the whole. Don't you like them with gaps too? You kind of like Pam too.
Oh, I do love a gap tooth.
A gap too?
Yeah. I don't get the fascination with that.
Yeah, on females or males, the minute I see a gap tooth, I'm immediately drawn to that person.
Who are some famous people with gap tooth? Because I don't know why.
Like Strahan. That's about
Strahan got one. Okay.
So, guys, if you want to just go, I guess just chip right here. Just tooth out.
Nah, Kevin. Just wear that little black thing. Get that little black thing. Cover up your teeth.
There is a story about that. When I was in middle school, I fell on the bleachers, and I used to have a gap tooth. And I went to the dentist, and they fixed my teeth, and I woke up, and I was like, "Where's the gap?" And the dentist was like, I fixed it for you. And
like on a movie, like on a TV show.
I was crushed. I was like, no, I need my gap tooth. So he starts like chiseling between my teeth, and it was so painful that I was like, never mind, stop. So I used to have a gap tooth, and I think that's why I'm attracted to people with gap tooth, because I'm like, ooh, you can spit water through the gap teeth. Like,
you're doing it down, because there's not a lot of dudes running around here with gap teeth. I don't know.
But even females, like if I meet a female, I'm like, she's my new best friend because she's got a gap tooth.
Okay. Well, y'all heard it first. Y'all heard it on this show. If you want to get
I can't believe we went there with that.
Yeah.
I was hoping you was going to approach the, like my boy V said, we got some independency, and you kind of, you out there, you doing your thing, and you just don't need no man, and that scares guys. So, well, maybe next time you'll be a little bit more vulnerable and open up to us and tell us the truth next time.
Yeah,
all right.
I had a lot of surgeries in the past couple of years, and I've been down and out a bit.
Yeah.
And so I really wanted to wait to start dating until I was recovered and felt better as well.
That's smart. That's smart. Take care of yourself. Self first. Love yourself, because ain't nobody gonna do you like you. You can't get into a new relationship without being happy with yourself. So I like that. Right. I like that. All right, Kevin. Let's move this thing over to the drop, sir. Let's see what we got here this week. I'm just gonna read through these. Kevin, why don't you read through them, man?
No, you got it, man.
All right, so KD, she did a job at least, and she left us the weekly drop. So if you're a fan that you want to know who the new music is, this is your part of the show. Vic Mensa dropped Vino Valentino. Mary J. Blige came out with Good Morning Gorgeous. Snoop Dogg got BODR, Boater. I don't bother.
Back on Death Row.
Oh, back on Death Row.
Remember, he bought Death Row.
And congrats to Snoop.
Yeah, shout out to, man, that was toast worthy. I wish we would have toasted the Snoop for buying Death Row.
Daryl said that last week in the comments. He said y'all should gave him that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Juicy J and Wiz Khalifa, Stoner's Night. I think I'm going to put that one on to see what Wiz. I just like Wiz. I don't know why. Yeah. Cautious Clay with Deadpan Love. And then 7 Streeter, Drunken Words, Sober Thoughts. And then it wouldn't be a show if we didn't get that groove. We gotta get your groove on. What is the coach's groove, KT?
All right, so for anyone else, this would have been a slam dunk, a layup, a free throw, but I got to be different. I could have went with that Halle Berry song by Hurricane Chris, but y'all know, if you've been rocking with this show, I have a huge crush on Halle Berry. So in honor of Halle Berry, she finally, like Hurricane Chris said, the coach's groove is Simply Beautiful by Al Green.
Okay. All right, Simply Beautiful. Hey, I ain't even heard that one. And I like Al Green. Nah, I don't know that one. So I'm about to get on that one after the show.
One of my favorite songs. I love you, Halle Berry.
All right, KT, let's show the sneaker drop, man. We're going to be quick with this one.
All right, you caught me off guard. I'm still in my Halle Berry feelings, but I got you.
I'm excited for that Vic Mensa album, too.
Vic Mensa. All right, so this weekend, we got the Air Jordan 3 Cardinal Reds. If you saw Eminem performance, you saw him wearing a version of the 3s. Those are the Slim Shady editions. I don't even know how much those are going to cost, but I'm a huge fan of the 3s. They fit me the best. especially if you got a wide foot, fellas. These are some shoes that you're going to find comfortable. They not those old tight J's. They going to come out at, actually, they should be retailing at about 200. So I think threes come out at 200. But the Air Jordan 4s. So Cardinal red. So, all right, KT, let's go around. Elena, Sweetie Steinman. You copping or you dropping? You not?
Yeah, I don't like the pattern on the bottom and on the toe. And I'm
elephant print? That's classic.
I'm a 4 and 5 fan. So I don't.
All right. Okay. All right,
and
KT.
This is actually the first for me because I'm always copping. And
okay.
Oh, it's a cop.
All right, KT, what do you got, man?
It's a cop. I got the one with the gray already. So, but yeah, I would cop them, man.
I am going to cop these as well. As a matter of fact, I've already got my name in as many raffles as I possibly can. I'm hoping I strike gold on the sneak app because they get the sneakers to you super, super, super quick. Yeah, but I don't know what is the nation saying. What is the nation? What we got? Those Are Nice by D Datcher. I don't know. That's a cop for me. So we beat you this time, sweetie. Me and Kevin.
I know Katie Damon knows about the Simply Beautiful because he would.
Katie Damon. We got another one.
Yeah.
Man, ain't nobody listening to no Simply Beautiful. You know what they all listening to though, Kevin? It is time for the Pick Six, the part of the show where the fellas take this thing over. Sweetie, you rocking with us tonight? You gonna jump into some of these questions?
Yeah. Right, let's see what we got.
All right, so we did have a winner. We had a tie for the last and final fantasy competition of the year. It came down. It was a really unique scoring system. So if you got a chance to play, I thoroughly enjoyed the scoring system, Kevin. I also sucked. So
no doubt. I think I was like 15th.
I had Odell Beckham in my roster. He goes out in the second quarter, and it was a done deal. But the championship went to Coach Steve Gervais and our friend from Phoenix, Arizona, Buck. My guy Buck, they tied at 104 points in .97. And shout out to Tanner, because Tanner literally had 104.27. He barely lost that day. All right, Kevin. So since we on the subject of the Super Bowl, I know it was a close game, but what will you consider this Super Bowl memorable? Yes or no?
Only for the halftime show.
All right, I can dig that. What about you, sweetie?
All right, absolutely memorable. I don't know how you can't call it memorable when you got the LA Rams that were the St. Louis Rams that were the LA Rams, and all of St. Louis hates the Rams. Yeah. Then you've got the Bengals who hadn't been to a Super Bowl in 30 years, and Joe Burrow. I mean, like all the players that were on both of those teams. I'm a big fan of both teams. I was happy because Ms. El Paso and Brittany both picked the Bengals. I was the only one out of SLT South that said the Rams were going to win it. Of course, we didn't talk about that last night. They completely glossed over it.
I don't blame them.
And then I forgot to mention it. So I'm going to get him next week on that. And I also got third place on our ESPN deal.
Uh-oh. Oh, look at you.
I think Coach got last.
Because I keep forgetting to set my rosters and nobody.
All right, so this is the thing. It was a close game. It wasn't a good game. The game to me was marred by penalties. I mean, and no calls, and then all of a sudden you wait till the last drive, and now you're calling every single thing. Although we literally saw T. Higgins rake the face of Jalen Ramsey, nothing was called. I think the referee was inconsistent. I'm with Kevin. The halftime was amazing. I do think the star-studded vibe, like that's the most stars we've seen in the Super Bowl. It was a who's who. Also $7,000 for nosebleeds, but it was a who's who of everybody was there. So
it was $1 million for a suite. It was $900 to $5,000 for parking.
God, yeah. So, hey, it wasn't a good game to me. It was like you said. It was a great stage, is what we saw.
Yeah.
All right. So, is ring chasing? This is point number 2. Is ring chasing overrated by fans? And let me give y'all a little bit of setup on this question. Okay. Eric Weddle, who didn't play for 750 games, came back to the Los Angeles Rams mid-season, played, participated, was the Rams' number 1 tackler during the playoffs. He played a hellified game. He tore his arm up, still played out the game, and people called him a ring chaser. Now, those of you who've been watching this show for the last 2 years, they know I have been known to call Kevin Durant a ring chaser. But my question to y'all, is this ring chasing thing a myth? Is this overrated by fans, or is that a real thing?
If you talk about Eric Weddle, he didn't know that they were going to the Super Bowl.
That's true.
They had a need, and he filled it. But the media has put so much importance on somebody winning the ring in order for them to be great that I wouldn't even blame the fans. It's more the media.
So you think ring chasing is real then?
Yeah. In order for me to be great, I have to get a ring. That's why KD went to Oakland. Now he got the rings, but people still won't acknowledge how great he is because it was a sucker move.
Yep. All right. What about you, Sweetie Steiner?
I mean, I think that it starts at every level. You see people moving their entire family in high school. So,
yes. I mean, to play, you're right. To play collegiate football,
this isn't a new thing here. And of course, if I have the chance to move to a team that's going to be a contender for a title and a championship, no question.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna say this. I think ring chasing is a real thing. I don't think. And listen, and people they're gonna say, "Well, Eric Weddle wasn't ring chasing." You come out after 750 days, that roster went immediately from being a 90 on Madden to being a 98 when you added Von Miller, you added an Odell Beckham. Let's just be real. A lot of us, when those acquisitions were made at the trade deadline and all of that stuff, we felt like this team immediately propelled themselves. The conversation meant like, who gonna come out? The Packers, the Rams, or the Bucks, right? That was the new conversation. And I know a few Cowboy fans was having a hope, but look, the reality of it is that I think Eric Weddle was ring chasing. I got no problem with it. Eric Weddle had already won a ring with the Ravens, I believe, and he wasn't part of the Ravens team that beat San Francisco back in 2010 or 2011 when Beyonce shut the Superdome down.
Wasn't he with the Chargers in?
I don't know. We're going to have to look into that. But even if he wasn't, the dude, he 30-something years old.
37.
I have no 37 years old. I have no problem with Eric Weddle coming back and saying, hey, if I'm going to play, I want to play for a legit contender who's the number one. So I'm going to say ring chasing is real, man. All right, Kevin, real quickly here because we're running super out of time. Which title in LA over the past 2 years means the most? Rams 2022, Lakers 2020, or Dodgers 2020? Which one of those championships? Dodgers? What about
2020, you? 2020 doesn't count.
Oh, so you say the Rams 2022 is the most impactful? I'm going to say Lakers 2020. Los Angeles is a Lakers town. Let's just be honest. That is the team that everybody know. The Dodgers came from Brooklyn. I guess the Lakers came from Minneapolis, but still, that is a Laker town. They always have been a Laker town. Laker rings mean the most. If the Lakers bring in LeBron,
but if LeBron didn't win a title, he still would have been great. Kershaw needed this title.
Yeah, Kershaw and Stafford.
Yeah,
I mean,
shout out to Highland Park.
Yes, sir. They played together. That's crazy.
You know what, Kevin? Since we on time, we're gonna push these other ones. We're going to push the other ones on to next week. We're going to talk a little bit of basketball now. I promise I had some basketball topics on here. But
you brought up baseball with Kershaw, so I was ready to go ham on that one because he only needed that ring because he chokes every single playoffs and every single World Series.
I hope Clayton ain't watching this. That's not Clayton. All right, real quick. I was watching the UFC fights on Saturday night. Me and my wife was watching them. They got this kid named Tua Tiavasa. Now he wins. He goes out there. He knocks folks out. He knocked out Houston's very own Derek Lewis. Knocked him out right there in the Toyota Center. And then he immediately climbs the gate. A fan throws him a shoe and a beer. He pours the beer in the shoe and he funnels or he chugs a beer out of a worn sneaker. Would either of y'all do a shoey?
B. Jones, you know I hate feet. I hate feet with passion. So no, I'm not drinking out of well, never mind. Halle Berry want me to drink out of her shoe. I'll probably drink out of hers. But besides that, that's disgusting. Sweaty feet mixed with liquor and oh no.
I can't understand the phase. All right, so what about you, sweetie?
The whole shoey thing started it's Formula One. Like every single time, when they win Formula One, they pour the champagne in the shoe and they do a shoey for Formula One.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah. So when I saw that at UFC, I was like, oh, is this now a thing for every sport? Because I actually thought it was only for Formula One. If a fan handed me their shoe, I would just grab their beer and slam the beer. I'd be like, you can take the shoe, but I'd be slick on that move, right? Now, if I'm Formula One and it's my own shoe, Yeah, I'll drink some champagne out of my own shoe.
Well, before I get off of the dude, he actually did about 4 more shoeies on the way to the locker room. The cameras wasn't on him anymore. He was still doing shoeies all the way back to his locker room. Probably did another 4 or 5 of them, taking pictures with fans and just drinking beers out of strangers' shoes. I hope that boy ain't got streptococcus come Monday morning.
No.
All right.
That fight, though, round 1, I thought Derek Lewis had him.
I did
and then
too.
That elbow to the temple, I was like, no.
Blacked him out. I mean, he turned the electricity out. He turned the electricity off on that boy. And Derek Lewis just, boom. I said, oh my. Tua, he a beast. Hey, I can't wait to see what he does. All right, last one, extra point. Who wins the All-Star game, Kevin? Team James, Kevin, or Team Durant?
Did you see that team LeBron drafted?
They be cheating for LeBron, don't they?
No, it's like whoever he goes against, they try to pick all the people just to go and have fun. LeBron trying to win.
LeBron pick squads, man. What about you, sweetie?
How many years has he won in a row? Like, I feel like he wins always every LeBron, year. Right?
I know he won the last 2 years. Ever since he put together this new little formula, this new little game, he's won the last 2. So.
And he ain't slick. He got Steph Curry. He recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
He trying to make a move.
How do they get? I have no clue. How do they get their teams?
The fans
vote
for who's going to be the captain.
Fans vote for who's going to be on his team.
Yeah, okay. And it's a fan vote to pick who. All-Star game is real weird.
Well, no, they pick the starters out of all the All-Stars, and then the coaches and fans they pick the reserves. Something like that.
All right, well, we gonna push right along. We at the hour mark, so we gotta hurry up and get up out of this thing. But I do want to ask y'all, since you here, sweetie, is we got 8 months till we kick off again. What are you gonna do with your time now that you don't have football? What are you gonna do to pass time?
Well, I mean, I'm gutted because pitchers and catchers were supposed to report yesterday.
Yeah, but the MLB on strike, right? They still striking, right?
We got a big X on that one, and y'all know I love football, but baseball is my sport. So. I mean, it's going to be tough because I've already missed half the basketball season because I have a problem. I am one of those people that I'm very calculated in the sports that I watch and when I watch them. So I won't start watching another sport until the one that I started watching is over.
Yep.
Doesn't mean that I won't catch some games here and there because I will. Like I've been to a few Rockets games. They're basically giving those tickets away right now. But that's all right. You put me in your suite, I'll come. Sweetie
all right,
Simon.
Kevin, what are you going to do, man? What you going to do to pass time, man? You got 8 months before we get some serious football.
Well, I'm going to catch up with all the shows I'm missing out, like a Peacemaker, Power, all of those. But we do have the USFL. I know you said real football.
That's what I was going to say, man.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, you know what I'm going to do to pass time? Let's watch more football.
Yes. So
is the Rock League coming back out? Is the XFL coming back out this year? Or is it next year?
I loved that. I wanted him to come back so bad.
Year, right? I think it might be next year, but I'm excited about that. I hope the USFL can get some Johnny Manziel. We got the draft. The draft is going to be a big one. Free agency. I promise you, we got football will keep us interested, but I will be focusing my time on basketball.
KD,
that's right.
I didn't know KD. Damn it, you watch WWE, KD? Because I watch it every day. AEW.
Kevin is religious with it.
Man, I'm trying to get Bianca Belair on the show. If we can get her on the show, my life would be made. And Halle Berry.
All right, well, we're going to close this thing out, and I am about to give my yeet of the week. I didn't want y'all to do too much teasing because my yeet of the week is going to the unsung hero of the Super Bowl, and that is number 99 himself. And let me tell you why I'm stopping this right now, and I want to give him the SLT yeet, which is the dopest MVP trophy around. Because if you watched that game, if you had a pair of eyeballs, you saw not one, not 2, but 3 black jerseys on Aaron Donald all night long. But it wasn't until the second half when after a play where Joe Burrow got loose, Donald, it was after an interception, Aaron Donald makes a first down saving tackle. Another offensive lineman goes over there and picks on Aaron Donald, and it activated 99. Hey, he woke up. The kid finished the game with 2 sacks, 4 quarterback hits, 4 tackles, 3 solo tackles. I mean, he had his way. And I know Cooper Kupp got the MVP, and even my boy Zoe was predicting it. And I'm going to tell you something. I can make a case for Aaron Donald should have been MVP. And let me tell you what makes this yeet worthy. Go back to the NFC Championship game. Aaron Donald finished that game the same way by disrupting the quarterback and sealing the game for the for the Los Angeles Rams. But listen to Aaron Donald. Not only did he become a Super Bowl champion, he's a 2-time NFC champion. He's an 8-time Pro Bowler. He's a 7-time first-team All-Pro selection, 3-time AP NFL Defensive Player of the Year. And I could keep going on and on. He's one of the top players in the team of the decade. Let's just call a spade a spade. This dude is probably the most impressive specimen we've seen this year, and he's also going to Disney World. So Aaron Donald, hey, for changing the game, for being extraordinary, for being elite and exemplary, you, sir, deserve a yeet. Man, that's my dog. Hey, Aaron Donald, I wish we would have drafted him. All right, y'all, let's close this thing out. Let's close it out. Let's go home. Sweetie, 2-minute warning. Who you want to show some love to?
Yeah, I just want to shout out to my coworkers that joined us this evening and to their amazing athlete children.
Yes.
You got to produce those athlete children so they can take care of you when you get older. And also, I saw quite a few Raider Nations online. So we had Dirty Raider, which, by the way, dresses in salted pretzels. Sports Life Talk South will be on his show next Wednesday evening. Not for sure what time, so hopefully not during this show. And then I think Cool Kev, also from Raider Nation, was on.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of Raiders coming on here. Shout out to Raider Nation.
So much.
And y'all actually said some disrespectful stuff about Raider Nation on one of our You Got Nexus too. So
it wasn't me, was it? I hope.
Yeah, it was you because they beat y'all in Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, that's old news. That was 2021, man. We didn't move on.
That's just healthy competition there. Yeah, good work.
All right, KT, who you got, man? You want to shoot a 2-minute warning?
Yeah, you know what? When we started the You Got Next series, we thought small. We wanted to only get athletes. Now, one of the things that we did, eventually we moved up. We said, let's send it out to some famous people.
Yep.
You know, I'm a huge wrestling fan, so I sent one out to a blue check Hall of Famer. I sent it out that Sunday morning. By 2:00, this guy responded and said, hey, I would love to be on y'all show. Here's my number. And he is no other than Mr. Devon Dudley. Who just had back surgery, which when they went in, it was more serious than they thought. So, hey, man, you're in our prayers. We're glad that you had a successful surgery. Now, when we did that show at first, we weren't polished like we are now.
So, it's a lot of improvements. That was 1.0.
And the thing with that show, he rocked with us at 10:00 that night, and we went on for like an hour.
Wow.
I think it was probably like an hour and 20. We had to edit it down to make it into an hour, man. That was a great show.
So, Devon, if you're listening, man, we want you to get better. And once you do heal, like I said, we've gotten a lot better. Come rock with us again, man.
Hey, well, I'm gonna close this thing out. I'm gonna give my 2-minute warning. I hope everybody had a good Valentine's Day. Shout out to my cousin C, his wife. She doing some public speaking and stuff. Had a showcase today, or she spoke to some people. So shout out to her. And I want to send a shout out to you, Sweetie Steinman, because you came and rocked with us. You filled in for the ladies. You represented the ladies well. We learned a little bit about you tonight, about you being single. So fellas, y'all see it at STNMNGLF. Oh, we forgot to talk about your golf career. Y'all holler at her.
Yeah,
y'all holler at her. We can bring her back. We gonna get her
golf
back
without the vowels. I've had that since I was like 16 or 17. So.
And fellas, I don't know what y'all doing out there. Y'all flipping because I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Hey, and
thank you, Coach. I'm gonna keep putting that on record.
Hey, and listen, the growth is real. I don't know if y'all been keeping up with us. Y'all gonna hear me say it every week. The takeover is happening. Listen, and it's not just y'all. So we need y'all to keep doing what y'all doing. When you see people in the lobbies, like, hey, what podcast y'all listening to? What shows y'all watching? Go check out my boy B Jones, KT, Sweetie Steinman. Hey, Gemini Jones in Manhattan, Miss Manhattan, because I'm telling y'all, we on that trajectory. It's happening. Blast off.
On Tuesdays, SLT South.
SLT South. Go check them out.
7 p.m. Central.
Come rock with us.
Hey, at Sports Life Talk, we love y'all. Y'all stay safe, be blessed. Respect each other and love one another, because together we are better. And y'all keep dreaming big.
Hey,
because that's how I finished the You Got Next show.
Yeah, hey, be on the lookout. Welcome to our house. It's coming.
Welcome to Our House is Coming. I'm telling y'all, the work we putting in right now, the foundation is going to be phenomenal. We got just buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. We about to take this thing to the next level. Listen, we love y'all. Y'all tap in. Don't forget to share. And remember, we'll be back next Wednesday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time.
Maybe back next Wednesday.
Oh, you know what? We taking the time off. We taking the day off. Because we got time.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah, we got a family meeting next Wednesday night. Kevin want to talk to everybody, go over the new PTO policies.
Whatever.
SLT staff gonna be there. The whole conglomerate gonna be there. All right, y'all. We love y'all. Y'all take it easy. We'll see y'all in a couple of weeks.
Bye.
You already know what time it is, Sports Life Talk, and if you didn't know, you didn't set your reminder. You need to set your reminder, man. Sports Life Talk through your speakers and your headphones. Get to know the name and let your friends know. Ask who's got their game on lock, like a chain around a box, no bento. Legos in the end zone, building on a height from the scoreboard that we're adding to. Consistent with the content on a whole different magnitude. Working front to back like a lateral pass, and the attitude matches the aptitude. That's why we're glad to do Sports Life Talk, counting down the clock till the next episode drops, yeah. Sports Life Talk, counting down the clock till the next episode drops, yeah.